I think my established weed mulberry might have decided to be a girl this year. Fun fact, mulberries change from male to female typically at some point in their life. And from the looks of it, this might be its change year. This would be much taller if I weren't being really aggressive with it. I've cut this back a lot of times. Let's also take a look at this hot mess. Focus. And that hot mess. Ugh. So, invasive bittersweet, which is underneath the invasive honeysuckle down there, never freaking dies. It's been underneath black plastic on both sides for a year, solid. And some of what I pulled up was still green. Look at that. Look at that pile of root. So some of these roots are these Rosa Sharons. Cut them down, put plastic over them for a year, and you still gotta work really hard to get the root system out. They don't die from typical poisons or anything like that. You just pretty much have to go after them. Really, ouch, really wicked. Really, really wicked. So, like, for example, see, here's a bit that's alive. Look at that. That is, the leaves are just grapevine that I let stay. That's a native grapevine. This, however, is invasive bittersweet. So before I can plant in my pawpaw, I gotta make sure the weeds aren't, like, completely still alive in here. Very frustrated right now, but what can you do? It's a cliffside that's misbehaving itself. That's what it is. I once again put this grapevine back up against the tree with hopes that this time it'll stay in the tree. And unfortunately, it seems to have grabbed onto some other stuff here, or some other stuff seems to have grabbed onto it. Really not sure which direction that prescription goes, but might be part of why it keeps pulling back down, reaching and stretching and pulling. Yes. Oh, see? There, it went that way. Woohoo! Yeah. Guess I'm picking that back up again real soon. My native oh, see here, look, here's a good example. This little sucker is that later. And these. I'll get it, don't worry. It's kind of funny, honestly. So I'm being very mindful of my seedlings, making sure that I weed out what I don't want as much as humanly possible. I wouldn't want a full-size mulberry regardless of how much food it would be back here, but I certainly won't feel bad if my native mulberry that I just planted ends up dropping a whole bunch of staining berries everywhere, because that's gonna happen anyway. And the people who have the deck right there are the ones who aren't caring for their hedge, so that's why that mulberry even exists. Alright, it's May the 4th, a new moon. It's like 7 o'clock at night or something, so the new moon happened around 6. And I'm working. I'm working on like nightmare land back here. We'll see how we do. Bye.